Yes, guys. Welcome to Tengu TV. This is me, myself, and I alone. We're in 5,000 pounds Tengu. It's been a while. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time out there. Yes, we're back again. This time around, we're talking about living on campus versus staying off campus. The aim of this video is to help you, prepare your mind. When you come here to study, which option you will be the best for you. Understand? We are just sharing this based on our experience, not necessarily saying you must live on campus or live out. But at the end of the day, it's all depends on you. So if you are new on the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And today's topic, I felt I should bring a friend of mine, a brother who has lived both on campus and off campus. In fact, right now we're in his house, and he's going to introduce himself and tell us where he comes from, everything we need to know about him. He has been on the channel before. If you remember the video I did on Nimbo Line 5, he was there. But he's well experienced in stuff like that, so I thought I should bring him to share his experience. So without any further ado, my man.
My guy, what's up now?
I'm good. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Happy New Year. After in China is a New Year. How was your holiday?
I won't say much. But it was okay.
It was good, huh?
Yeah.
So I mean, can we meet you? Tell us for our new subscribers and friends.
Okay. Hello everyone. Like, my name is Usman Ali Yaman. I'm a Nigerian. I study medicine at Nimbo University. This is my third year. That's basically it. Yeah.
Wow. So how is life in Nimbo now? Tell us a little bit about your experience in Nimbo. You've been here for 3 years, huh?
Yeah.
So how is Nimbo for you? How will you?
I think my life in Nimbo has been sort of a roller coaster because I arrived here 2021, during COVID time. So I didn't really get to experience much. We just like the lockdowns were just lifted, I think, last year, right?
Let's say 2020.
Is it 2022?
22, yes.
Or 2023?
Yeah, 2020, 2023.
So, and then after that, it's just been classes after classes, and I haven't really had time. Even this vacation, I wanted to like take some time off for myself, but as life will have it, a lot of things happening.
So how about studying in China generally? What will you say about that? And will you advise anyone to like come and study in China based on your experience so far?
Yeah. I think that question like should depend on where you're coming from.
Okay.
Yeah. If like you're like me, you follow Nigeria, you know what is it back home when you try to study in Nigeria, you have lot of difficulties, things trying to hold you back, like the strike and all that kind of stuff. It delays you.
Yeah.
So here, when you come here to study, like you don't like experience that kind of thing. There's no strike here. Once you pay your money to study, like if you begin your studies 2020, like for example, and you pay for your 4-year degree course, 2024 you're gonna get like graduated. Nothing is going to stop you. It's not like Nigeria whereby you have to.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
4 years is 4 years.
4 years is 4 years.
Yes.
It's guaranteed. Not like Nigeria where like you get like messed up in strike situation and all that shit. But when you're coming here, I would advise you to have be financially buoyant.
True, that's a key word.
Yeah,
money.
You have money. Literally.
You need money.
Yeah. Especially if you're coming to this city, because me, I've been in Nimbo for 3 years, but I was in Chengdu before. Like Sichuan is a different province from here, I stayed there for 2 years. Like compared to like Nimbo, Sichuan was much more bigger.
Okay, yeah, Sichuan is bigger. I think it's the biggest. Okay, the province is
what's it called? If like Chengdu, like where I was staying, like it was Chengdu, but Sichuan.
Chengdu. Oh, like, Sichuan is the biggest province. I think, in China.
Yeah. If not one of the biggest, probably. Yeah, I think so.
I think it's the biggest.
Yeah.
Precise.
I'm not sure, but yeah. So like there, I think due to its size and the demand there, like the life there was much cheaper. It might be due to because when I was there, the COVID situation like the time I got to spend there 2019 before the COVID, things were really cheap. So I don't know if things were the same in Nimbo back then, but
Yeah,
when I
actually,
left,
things have
re-
been
really,
cheap in Nimbo because I've been here.
oh, yeah. So probably because of COVID, everything just went up and all that shit. Because when I was there in Sichuan, I used to like think that when I arrived in Nimbo, I used to think Nimbo is so expensive, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
it was just probably due to COVID and
Mm.
that difficulty and all that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, about the question you asked, if I advise anyone to come to China, I w- I think I will, because
Okay.
China, in as much as it
good.
has its challenges,
Mm-hmm.
like, but just like every other country, they have like
Challenges, yeah.
exactly. So but once you are here, you have your like mind. When you're coming here, just have a goal and have a purpose. Not don't just come here to come and have fun. And you can, of course, you can have fun, but let that not be the only like reason why you're
Yeah,
here.
the primary aim is to study.
Exactly.
right?
If you're coming for studies, study. If you're coming for business, do business. And whatever you do, don't look for trouble. So
like I said in the introduction, we are going to be talking about, shelter. Students living should student live on campus or off campus. So basically, I want you to like to share your experience because I know
yeah.
you stayed both on campus and off campus. So can you tell us about like first of all, let's talk about you staying on campus. How was campus life like in the hostel and everything?
The campus life, when it comes to relation with people, I say it was beautiful. Like when I was there, I have my own group, like my own people. It was really nice because we were all there together before people started leaving. So, and staying on campus, due to the fact that like when you are staying on campus, like you're living in the dormitory, the fact that you can access like most of the things you need like easily, because a lot of shops are around the school.
Okay.
So it makes your life, I think, easier. And also accessing like food, even cheap food actually. You get things like it makes your life very easy.
Like
also
eating in the dining.
exactly. Yeah. Or for example, maybe you say if you even want to enter the main school, this thing
premises, right?
exactly. The distance is really close to the school, so it makes your life easier compared to people that come from outside. Unless maybe if you're staying outside, maybe if you have an e-bike, you can afford to say, okay, I have my e-bike, I can use my e-bike to like get to the school and all that shit. But living on campus, it's really nice. It has its advantages, although it also has, they say everything is like
Pros and cons.
exactly. It has its pros and it has its cons.
So can you tell us some of the downside of living on the campus based on your experience?
The downside, academically, let me group it. I'll group it academically, socially, and
Financially, maybe.
financially. Is there a downside of living on campus? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, financially,
there
because
is.
I think when we talk about financially, I'm talking about the light bill, water
yeah,
bill,
yeah.
because I think we can compare.
Yeah.
We can compare, the light bill for living on in the school,
Okay.
but staying off campus, like renting a place. Which one is cheaper? Which one is much more affordable?
Financially, it's also there. So let me start academically.
Okay.
Yeah. When you stay on campus academically, for like maybe most of the students, they are like, some students love going to the library, like to study for accessing the library. Me, I'm the kind of like student that likes to study in my own room.
Okay.
So for that, there is a downside to it, because when you are living in the dormitory, if like you're unlucky and you get like stuck in a floor with students that are
or
not
roommates,
or roommates that doesn't really care much about academics like you do, then you are really going to like hate staying there. Because for example, let's say me, most of the time I'm a night person, so I like studying during the night. And then most of the guys in the dormitory
maybe your roommate want to sleep in the night with the lights off.
Exactly. And or for example, when it comes to even noise, like there are some guys there,
making noise,
loud music, even in the night. Even when you want to study, people are loud. Or maybe let's say for example, maybe they are playing some game, or hosting some just minor event in their room. They make noise, and you that want to study, it's going to be so difficult for you like to concentrate. So that's like the downside of it academically. Socially, I would say, like once in a while we all like to go out and enjoy our life, go to the club or bar, or any other place. Dormitory has this curfew
okay,
where you have to like come back If you are living in the dormitory, you have to come back. I think now the time has been the deadline for coming back has been like extended to like within 11:30.
Okay, that's for Nimbo University, right?
Or is it 1:30? I'm not
Oh,
sure.
okay.
11 between the
I think
range.
11.
Yeah,
like
11 to 1. Yeah.
Mhm.
So for Nimbo University, like people stay in Yangwan Sunshine Dormitory because that's the dormitory most students stay at.
Mhm.
Sorry, I didn't even make mention of the other dormitory because when I started here, when I came here, I was staying in Yongjian dormitory.
Yongjian.
Yeah, Yongjian dormitory was much cheaper, like
Mhm.
4,000, per year. But then we got relocated to Yangwan, and then Yangwan is, I think, much more. It has like a lot of blocks. There, things are not as convenient and comfortable as
No, I
it
think
were.
if they want to find out about the dormitory, I've
Yeah.
made a video on that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can check out the dormitory in Nimbo University. So the video is there.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So as I was saying, like socially, you have to come back to like home. I say home, dormitory. Yeah, it's your
Of
home.
course,
if
it's
you're
your
staying
home.
there.
It's your place.
Yeah. So you have to get back to dormitory. What's it called, within the time stated by the school. So that's like, imagine like if you want to like just go out to hang out with your friends, maybe you're outside, the vibe is good, and then now you remember that, oh, I need to I have to come back to dormitory, like compared to people staying outside that can just spend time together. It's not really that fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because when you are outside, you remember that the door,
yeah,
the dormitory door will be locked.
that's always at the back of your mind. Yeah.
So you will not be so comfortable.
Exactly. So that's the downside of it socially. But okay, let me go to the
Financial aspect.
the financial aspect of what's it called, dormitory.
Staying in the dormitory.
When I was a Yongjian, now please know that Yongjian dormitory is no more.
There is no more Yongjian. Yeah, Yongjian is no longer there.
Yeah. So Yangwan dormitory. Now, when I was there, we thought we were moving to paradise when they when they relocated us to that dormitory. But at the end of the day, Yangwan dormitory is,
mind you, this is just Nimbo University. Other schools have different ways, different style and other things. So don't just, he's just giving his own experience based on what he had here in Nimbo University. I'll also throw some light on some certain things because I also live in dormitory. I also lived outside. Yeah, so it's just his experience.
Yeah, from my perspective.
His perspective. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone else might stay there and they have different.
Be happy. Yeah. People are actually happy.
People are happy. Actually happy there. Even me, like there was a time like I was staying there. I was genuinely, when I was in Yongjian dormitory, I was genuinely happy because I have my people. The dormitory was good. Just that in Yangwan, I was like, it has its good, it has its good aspects, but it also like has its down aspect. Now we're talking about the down aspect. Yeah. I'm just being like honest from my own, like, what's it called, from my own view. So financially, like in Yangwan dormitory, when we got there in Yongjian, we had like Wi-Fi provided. The water bill was, I don't know if it was subsided or something, but the water bill there wasn't like as much as we used to pay, and the rooms were much more bigger.
Okay.
In Yongjian, sorry.
Okay.
But then in Yangwan, the rooms like we went to, it depends on the block. Some room, he already made the video on that. You can go check it out.
The rooms are there. The Tom's video is there.
The rooms were much more smaller. And then the water bill was really expensive. The light bill, I think, also was quite expensive. Yeah. Also, the Wi-Fi. You have to buy your own like Wi-Fi to install, and then find someone to install it for you. All that stuff. So I didn't like really like it. So that's like why
you decided to move out.
Yeah. When you at the end of the day, when you compare everything you're spending there with someone that is staying outside, if you are not careful, someone staying outside is even spending like less amount of money than you in the dormitory. So that was why, like, I just made the decision to move outside. So that's basically the bad side, the downside of living in Yangwan Sunshine dormitory. But it has its good part.
But let me say generally, will you, because I know we have gone to other schools, visited other schools, met most, in fact, I think in China, most students live on campus. So I think with the ratio of students, those staying on campus higher than those living outside, I think for me, it just depends on you know, the price of the dorm. So if it's cheap, the only thing I know is that in the dorms are usually smaller. You know, they are usually smaller, and you have roommates like that, and
Yeah.
you know, you have to share everything, and there's no space. That's like you say. Sometimes you want to sleep, your roommate, you know, may know, maybe up, maybe on phone call with people back home, like that,
Yeah.
like that. So those are just some of the answer. But staying in the dorm, personally, I think is cheaper. Like in terms of maybe water bill, electricity,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. And maybe, like you said, the usually, you know, the school environment, it's easy for you to move from one point to the other, like dorm to class to the library. You understand? You can access much more school amenities,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, compared to someone living outside. That's just the I think those are just the advantages. Yes, and then now you've moved outside. Can you tell us about life? How long have you been? And by the way, thank you for hosting me in your beautiful place. Place, you have a lovely place, man. You
It's
know,
fine,
I
yeah.
think you must be very comfortable here.
Okay, before I start about that, let me say one more thing about them. I think like
Okay.
it's essential if you are new to China, no matter the cost. I think it's essential, like it's advantageous for you to stay in the dorm. Like,
Okay, to experience the
yeah,
dorm
yeah, the
life.
early life you have to stay there.
I
Like
agree.
it's very like
I
it's
agree.
necessary because, for example, you are new in the country, you can't just like move outside. You don't know the environment here, but in the dorm, at least whatever you do, your experience is limited and you don't get lost easily. No matter what it is, you always find your way back to the dorm
Yeah.
and then find your way to the classes because
Baby steps.
exactly the baby steps have to be there. So you have to establish them. Maybe if you stay in the dorm for a year or two, then you can make the decision for
Yes.
yourself, like
And it will help you decide better
exactly
whether
because that's how I did. That's what I did, and then when I compare the pros and cons, I weigh every
learn from
aspect
other people, right?
exactly and saw everything, and then I made my decision. Sorry.
Okay, so we're talking about you now outside with a beautiful place with your own kitchen. You're no longer sharing kitchen with people. You have to wait for them to cook before you cook.
Basically, I'm still sharing. I have a roommate.
No, at least it's different. You know,
Okay, yeah.
it's different, you know.
Yeah, I get
Compared
it.
to the dorm, you have to wait for someone. But here, I think you guys
Yeah.
know how it's easy, and you guys have different rooms like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
just
yeah.
a shared apartment, but
Yeah.
you know, it's different. So, I mean, just tell us about living outside.
Living outside, I'll say overly, like it's more convenient.
Okay, yes, convenience.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's more convenient. Yeah, in the way like when it comes to like what's it called? Me where I stay is not that far from school. I'm even closer to the school campus than people staying at the dorm.
Yes,
Yeah,
actually.
so yeah, where I stay is not like it's just very close from the school. So I didn't look for a place very far from the school because it's you get lazy when it's time to go to the school, especially when you have morning classes. But like maybe compared to people staying more far away from school, I would say okay, that's like much more difficult for them. Like when it comes to like and it depends on the area you're staying. If you're staying outside, for example, if you're like staying in an isolated area, it becomes like difficult for you to like get access to things like easily as someone in the dorm would. But staying outside generally is more convenient. It also has its pros and cons.
Okay. So can you tell us like some of the let's start with the let's say
Okay, this time we'll start with the pros.
the pros. Tell us the advantages of you know.
Let me see if I can group this one too.
Maybe you can use the same. I think because you are staying outside as a student,
okay,
right?
okay, yeah,
so
yeah.
I think it's
so
we can still
I'll
use the same
criteria.
Criteria too.
Yeah, academically, socially, and
Financially, yes.
Okay, academically.
Do you think you can study? You will study better. You know,
Definitely.
you can study better without noise, without
Definitely.
You have think you have freedom. You have more access.
Yeah, because why I like the reason I like had a moment of silence there was because I was thinking about maybe if you have like classmates stay in the dormitory, maybe you want to do like group studies. But when I like think more about it, I realize it doesn't matter who you have in the dormitory, like who your study partner is, if you don't have the conducive environment for the studies.
For the study, I think.
So that's why I thought about that, and then I just ruled that out
You
easily.
rule that.
Yeah, so staying outside is definitely better academically. Like it gives you peace. You can even invite your study partner if he doesn't stay around you. Maybe if you stay on the school campus to come to your place and like anytime you can, because actually you can take a permission, like to stay out, from dorm for a night or two. You take permission from your teacher. So if, let's say you want to organize like a study time with with someone you study with, they come to your place, or maybe you go to their place. Very peaceful. You study well. You know, if you're really serious about what you're doing in China, like your experience will far outweigh someone that stays on the dorm. Yeah, that academically.
Yes, academically.
Yeah. Socially, definitely better. We don't even have to too deep into that.
This one you have freedom.
Yeah, you have your freedom.
You can go out
Anytime you like and come back, whatever you like. Even when you are starving midnight, you can just go out, see some food and get some food.
So under socially, okay, we are still talking about the pros, right? So maybe the cons will come on. So financially, what do you think? Do you think it's more expensive to live outside, or
depends on where you're staying?
Depends, huh?
Yeah. Like my place now where I'm staying is definitely cheaper.
Okay. Yes, compared to the
like people stay in the dorm, because I know people stay in the dorm paying
much more
than I'm paying. So because me, I'm sharing an apartment with someone, so definitely cheaper for me to stay outside. That's why like I actually made that decision to move outside. What's it called? When I thought about the other decisions as well, if maybe it was only me living outside, then it would have been more expensive for me compared to someone staying dormitory. Definitely. That's a bad idea. Don't stay out alone. It's even like depressing.
If you cannot afford it,
yeah, just find someone. You can, of course,
you can share. Of course, there are people who can share.
Course, yeah. So I live with someone. For me, like academically, socially, financially, all checks out. Like staying outside far outweigh staying in the dorm for me. And then the downside of staying outside. They say, in as much as freedom is a good thing, it's also a bad thing.
Yes, of course.
Especially if you know yourself very well.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
You know the kind of person, like the personality you are.
So I think you're talking about distraction, right?
Yeah. Because definitely when you stay outside, you have the freedom. You can do whatever you like. If you are really like not well disciplined, like person that really knows what they're here for,
being here,
easy to like get distracted by a lot of factors.
I agree.
So that's the downside. Another downside I would say, apart from distraction, is if you're staying alone, definitely that's a bad idea, because the place you're gonna get, well, actually there are places,
I think if you can afford the place, it's okay.
If you can afford the place, it's okay, because actually there are even some places you can get outside where if you stay, they are not cheaper than dormitory, but they are exact same price range. But it depends on how comfortable you are at that place, if you want to stay at that kind of place. So if you are staying alone, if you can afford it, okay, no wahala. But for me, staying alone is a no-no. I think like
okay, that's for a business.
I think it's a no-no, because from my perspective, you tend to like spend more, and you isolate yourself unnecessarily.
But I think some people are comfortable with that.
Well, if you are comfortable,
go for it. Whatever floats your boat is good.
Kudos to you. So that's basically
those are the downside.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for me, I think actually living outside is good. Just like you said, there are so many things. Is the discipline aspect. The discipline aspect is the thing. But if you can discipline yourself, and then just like a advice, if you come first time you arrive China, is good to stay in the dormitory, learn about the experience the dormitory, start from the dorm first, and then you can move outside later. Yes. And for me, it's all about your finance, because even if you live in the dorm or you live outside, you still have to spend. You still have to spend money. So if you can afford to live outside, well, go for it. And if you cannot, if you just want something, maybe little, and you don't mind staying with people, you're happy, then you can live on the dormitory. So we've been talking about campus and off campus, which one should you take if if you come to study in China? Well, the whole thing is depend on you, your finance, and your ability to live with others. You know, if you are happy staying with people you don't mind,
Tolerance level.
tolerance, you know, adapting. Sometimes you may be Christian, your roommate may be a Muslim. It just depends on you.
Yeah.
Yes. So these are the major things. But for me, the most important thing is finance.
Of course.
For me personally,
Of course.
it's finance. If you can afford it, then
yeah.
okay.
You weigh the decision of staying in the dormitory with staying outside. Like, for example, like I said, if you're alone staying outside, for me, it's a no-no, because I think financially that's far
You spend too much.
extravagant.
Yes.
But if you can share a place with someone outside, I'll advise it. But maybe, like, you know, your place, like your parents maybe feel comfortable with you staying there. They don't know that you're in the school area. Be my guest. Like, it's also a good decision. At the end of the day, what's it called? It's all like you said. At the end of the day, it's all about your tolerance level, your comfortability, and when you weigh all these factors, then you make it, like, you know, good decision. Like, you know, you make a decision for yourself.
Yeah. So it's been a wonderful time talking to you.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know, my guy here is a very, very good musician. You just dropped a song, Narcissist.
Yeah.
Can you tell us briefly about your song?
Narcissistic. It's out on all platforms. Yeah, I think I'm going to convince the YouTube page owner to drop a link for you guys. So
don't worry. Trust me, I'll keep it there. I'll keep it there. You know, most of the background song you hear during my vlog, they actually produce. I think I'll bring Michael on Tengu TV. You must come here and come and say one or two things.
We are waiting for that.
Yes, and these guys are doing really great here in Nimbo.
Thank you.
They are doing a lot. They're promoting Nimbo. You know, we want Nimbo to go viral.
Yeah.
You know, Nimbo is a big city. Things are happening, and these guys are pushing Nimbo to the next level. Yeah, so I'm happy that you agreed to come and do this. I know what it took. It wasn't easy.
It's my pleasure, man.
Yes, you know, it's winter. It's been cold. How have you been handling the winter, though?
Hey, bro, I hate winter. Bro, winter is not for me. I want summer all the time.
You want summer? No, but I prefer spring, man.
Okay. Everything is better than winter.
Yeah. So thank you so much for coming to
you're welcome,
talk
it's my pleasure.
Share your experience, and you know, it's awesome. I hope people out there can learn. And before you go, tell them to subscribe to Tengu TV.
Of course. Like, subscribe, share, like, do everything you have to do to promote this man. He's been putting in like a lot of work. Like, you can see it, check the page. Even before I came to Nimbo, actually, the reason, like one of the reasons why, I think that's like even the major factor why I came here, because before I came here, I was in Chengdu. I was contemplating on going to Nanjing or Nimbo. I tried to check some videos on Nanjing. I didn't find much, like, anything more convincing. But when I like came across like Tengu TV, I like check his videos about Nimbo and all that. Immediately, I DM him on Instagram. We spoke. I called him immediately. Actually, we spoke, and then that was like the final push I needed, like, that convinced me to come to Nimbo. So definitely, like, you know, this man has been putting in like a lot of work, so he deserves his flowers. Like,
thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much, and good luck in moving forward. And
thank you.
We'll always be here. You know, we're working together.
Indeed.
We always come here time to time.
Of course.
To see you, big brother to the channel.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. So that has been everything about living on campus versus staying off campus. You know, the general thing is depend on you. So you can decide based on your finance, based on your tolerance, based on your adaptability level. Yeah. So until I see you again, take care of your care. God bless your blessing. Bye bye.